Hi everybody, Katie Coletta here, and doing the gifted students presentation that we went over on the module a couple weeks ago now. So the first slide that I have is going to be the introduction, and this is going to be who are our gifted students in our classroom. Children are gifted when their ability is significantly above the norm for their age. I'm sure all of us have seen this in our fieldwork classrooms, or if you're in a classroom already. There are always kids that are going to be definitely above the rest of the students in the class. Some can be extremely gifted, while others are, maybe just above the learning curve. There are a lot of ways to identify gifted students, but I think what I've kind of gathered from all of our learning so far in this course is that there is a difference between students who are just above the curve and who are truly, truly gifted. So a lot of these truly gifted kids will actually hide their abilities at first, just for social reasons, it seems like. They don't really want, their friends to know that they're doing well, or that they understand things. They'll not finish their work as quickly, um, and they'll really try to hide it from their teachers that they know everything. Or you have also students on the other hand who are bored with their work, who've just finished so quickly, and but they're not trying to hide their giftedness in other areas as well. Maybe they're not participating in classroom discussions even though they know the answers. Things like that. Something else I found also in kind of like my own searching was that some states have different definitions of gifted students. There are different, qualifications for them to be deemed gifted, or to enter any, GATE classes that they have, or programs that they have for any of these students, which I thought was pretty interesting. So the first, or the second slide is going to be on the socio-emotional characteristics of a high-performing or gifted student. So most of these students are going to have excellent memory, possibly maybe even a photographic memory in some cases. They're going to be a rapid learner. They're going to retain absolutely everything that is being taught to them. And they're going to have unusual alertness. They're going to be very aware of their surroundings, and they're going to really pick up on things very, very quickly with not just their environment, but also content. They're going to be able to deal with concepts that are far beyond their age, which to me, as coming in as a new teacher, I think that would be a little difficult for me to experience, probably. I would definitely need to do more research on their strengths and their weaknesses, and really be able to probably I would have to ask for a lot of outside help for if I have a gifted student in my classroom. They would probably be passionate and in certain topics, and have different interests than their classmates and the kids at their age level, and they may have an anxiety or may feel the need to reach perfection, which really hurts my heart to hear that, doing elementary education, these are just little kids, and that they would have that much anxiety and feel the need to reach perfection at such a young age. So probably in the classroom, making sure that they have an environment that is warm and inviting, and they feel that they can be themselves in, is probably going to be a huge factor for them in their development, and to help with any of those anxieties, and get them to where they need to be in their potential. Are gifted students proficient in all contact areas? No, some students may not be gifted in all contact or in all content areas, and very few are gifted in everything they do. And like I said before, social factors may contribute to this. Maybe they don't want to show off their skills. Maybe they're not so good at, certain things in the playground or sports, or they also might just be so interested in one subject and they might just not be interested in another subject. So they might not have as high of performance in these areas. The asynchronous development is going to be uneven emotional, intelligent, and physical development. This is often just referred to as straight out giftedness. These students are going to have way different experiences from the norm student. They're going to be learning at such different levels. And they're going to, have experiences that as a teacher, you're going to need to be able to help them navigate through, going through different kinds of emotional, intellectual, and physical development. And then having, the social factor of being at school come into play. You're going to have to really keep an eye on these students and really get them all the resources that they need to succeed. Not just academically and not just challenge them academically, but also socially. Twice exceptional students. I found this very interesting. These students are gifted, but they do have trouble learning. So they might be gifted and identified as gifted, however, they also have a disability. So they may not, they may be dyslexic, they might have something that is, altering how they learn, but these students actually are gifted. During looking at my research on the internet, I found that this can also be referred to as a 2E student, and it can be hard to recognize and very difficult to teach at times. I'm sure that having a student with a learning disability is a difficult task in itself. So also having them be a gifted student and making sure that you're challenging them, but in a way where they can learn, you're going to have to really educate yourself and find resources to help you reach these specific students. In conclusion, creating a warm and inclusive classroom environment, I think, is extremely crucial to help these gifted students. They need to be able to feel that they can be themselves and they don't have to reach that perfection. And it's okay if they know all the answers, and that's a good thing. And they should never be ashamed of who they are. And I hope that as an educator, that's something that I can give all of my students, is that you can always be who you are, and everyone can reach their full potential. And understanding gifted students and their strengths and weaknesses, I think, is a huge portion, playing up their strengths and making sure that they're proud of their strengths and they know their skills and they know what they're good at, and then but also working on their weaknesses. Everybody, I feel, should know what their weaknesses are, and you need to work to make those to turn those weaknesses into strengths at times, or even just so it's not as hard. And then I think just for us as educators, researching ways always to accommodate gifted students, especially us coming in as new teachers, I think things are always ever changing in development and education, and children are ever changing. So researching ways to accommodate them, and making sure that they're challenged, and making sure that they're getting the resources that they need is crucial. And that's it, and I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thanks.